What is good, you guys? Welcome back to the Heat Report. Welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video, we're going to be discussing a lot of different things. We're going to be talking about Heat Media Day, what I saw from Heat Media Day, talking about previewing these 6 preseason games that the Heat are going to be playing very, very soon, as well as talking about who on the Miami Heat is likely to win each award that the NBA gives out at the end of the season. So, lots to cover. Hopefully, you guys stay through the entire video. Leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below. Also, hit up my Twitter if you guys have Twitter. The pinned comment and also the link in the description will contain my Twitter. So please, if you guys have Twitter, hit that up, because I do polls and stuff like that for you guys to just vote for. A lot of interesting polls. I did some polls recently talking about whether the Heat were contenders, stuff like that. So just to get your guys' thoughts and opinions on it. So you do not want to miss that out. So let's get right into it, though. Let's get right into it. So obviously the media day happened a while ago, actually a couple days ago, as I'm recording this video, and I did want to, publish the video at the right point, because I don't want to publish it too far away from the preseason games, and but also too far away from media day. So I think this is a good time to just record this video, because we can talk about a lot of different things and kind of just cover a bunch of stuff that are going to be going on. So media day, I think, was a very, very, very interesting day, especially for the Heat. Obviously, the Heat were not one of the teams that televised their media day or really uploaded much content apart from photo shoot pictures, and we had the occasional Heat outlets reporting quotes from the interviews. I did catch the interviews on YouTube. It's under Tobin's channel. If you guys probably all know who Tobin is. He works for 5 Reasons Sports, and actually does not, but he is associated with the Heat. He's an interviewer, so you guys probably all know who he is. I saw most of the interviews there, and those were very, very, very nice to watch. The Heat just looked like a very, very great team on paper, and just seeing everyone come together, I'm very, very excited for the season, man. I have not been excited for Heat basketball as much as this in a long time, actually. Like, this season, I'm super excited for it, and I don't know why. I think it's probably because we did a lot in this offseason. I really want to see how it pans out. Last offseason, we did not do much. Our really big offseason additions were Mo Harkless and Avery Bradley, if you want to call them big additions, because we basically shipped them off in the middle of the season. And obviously we have Precious, who's not gone. So I think this season is going to be a very, very, very big season for the Heat, and I'm super excited. I haven't been this excited probably since the bubble, when the restart happened, and even then, I still didn't know we were going to go to the finals then. So I think this is probably the best Heat team, that has been constructed since the Big Three era, in my opinion. Obviously we went to the finals with the team from 2020, but I think on paper the team we have right now is better than the team from 2020. That's just my opinion. Maybe if you guys disagree, that's fine, but I just think with the names we have and the improvements of some guys on our roster who were on that roster in 2020, I think this team is better, and I think this team has a chance to do something special. So I think it was interesting to see how people, how the players are talking in media day. Obviously, the big takeaways. Number one, Bam Adebayo, man. He apparently wants to become a shooter. He said it. He said those words straight out of his mouth, saying that he wants to be a shooter. He's going to try to be aggressive and look for his shot more. And he worked on 3-point shooting in the offseason. This is huge. I don't know if he's going to, start becoming a shooter in the games now, because I don't want to just overreact and say, oh, he's going to start launching 3-pointers, because it is a big transition for someone who didn't even take them last year. I think that if he starts shooting the 3-ball this year, it's going to be dangerous. It's going to be scary hours, as James Harden would say, because, man, how are you going to stop this man with a 3-point shot? You can't. He does everything else. He can shoot the mid-range jump shot. Obviously, he didn't shoot it against the Bucks, which is something that he said he'll promise to be more aggressive this year. But he can already shoot the mid-range jump shot. He can definitely finish inside. With his athleticism is off the charts for his size. He's going to be unstoppable if he's able to develop a 3-point shot. And if he does everything that he's been saying he's going to do, then watch out, man. Bam Adebayo, I think he's definitely going to be an all-star this year, but he might jump up into a different tier than where he was before with the 3-point shot. So that was a big takeaway from Bam. Jimmy, obviously braided Jimmy. He didn't say much different than he usually does. talked about how he wants to win a championship, talked about Kyle Lowry's addition. Kyle Lowry himself just talked about how he fits with this team, how he tries to, get his teammates better, how he came to this team because, the Heat always look at seasons as championship or bust. Tyler, I thought, was really interesting. Obviously, we know he put on a lot of muscle in this offseason. 10 pounds is what he said. That's going to be really, really important because a lot of he said it himself too, like a big reason why he wasn't himself, or he wasn't what a lot of people expected him to be, is because he was banged up with some injuries last year and he wasn't really able to stay on the court consistently. But adding these 10 pounds of muscle, it's going to help him increase his durability. And someone actually asked him, like, is there going to be a trade-off? You're obviously going to get stronger, but is that going to make your speed less or agility less? And he said, nah, that's actually the opposite. Like, I feel quicker, faster, stronger, better. So, if that's true, then, man, like, he is another guy that, people aren't expecting him to do much, but he can come out and have a breakout season as we were expecting last year from him. Oladipo made an appearance. He looked a little bit, we saw the memes, man. He looked a little bit chunky, but he's nursing an injury right now. He's trying to rehab. He's not going to be going full throttle in workouts yet because he's not fully healthy. So I'm not expecting him to be in tip-top shape right now. Expect him to be in that heat conditioning shape in January, February, whenever he comes back. And obviously we saw appearances from PJ Tucker, Markieff Morris made it, Dwayne Dedman. Condolences to UD. His father passed away. He did not make it. I still don't think he's with the Heat yet, but hopefully he just makes a return because his leadership is crucial to us. Duncan talked about how he also got stronger. He wants to shoot, over 40% from three this year, which is really, really nice. KZ Okpala talked about how he's been getting about 500 shots per day, like 3-point shots per day up in the gym. And he's been talking about whether, that he just wants to become a better shooter. And I think that's a really good sign. I don't know if these shots are going in or not, but the fact that he's working on his shot just is a very good thing, because I think the most important thing for KZ Okpala is just for his role to be simplified. We don't need him to do, become a ball handler or become, a fast break transition guy. We just need him to be a guy who can just, be a 3-and-D player, because that's what his role should be on this team. Maybe on other teams he might have more opportunity, but his role on this team should be a 3-and-D player. He is due for a season. I don't know if he's going to have one, but he should be due after his first 2 years in the NBA, really not doing much. And yeah, that was basically the essence of Media Day. Spo also mentioned how this team is really nice on paper as well. So, everyone seems to be having a great attitude. People love, the intensity. PJ Tucker talked about how the first practice was like intense. Every second of it, people were talking, communicating. It was intense, and that's the best part of it. And I just think that this team on paper, I just feel so good about it, because I just think that, with the firepower we have, with the all-star caliber players on this team, and also with the players who are dogs like PJ Tucker, Markieff Morris, like these guys are, people that have the mentality that's required to be on this team, and I think that's very, very huge. So that's basically what I took away from Media Day. Moving on to the preseason games, because we do have 6 of them, starting off with the Hawks on October 4th. I'm not going to be doing in-depth previews of these preseason games because I don't think that's necessary. I will be doing analysis based on what I've seen, but basically I'm just going to try to preview all of these games at once right now. I'm not judging preseason too heavily. I think preseason should be something that is taken as lightly as possible, but it's still pretty important because it's a gelling period for this team. This team has a lot of new faces, and you want them to gel in preseason. Having said all of that, I don't know how many minutes you're going to see out of guys who we just acquired because they are older. So Kyle Lowry is already 36. PJ Tucker, I'm pretty sure, is 36. Markieff Morris is 34, 33. Like, these guys are old. Like, these guys are not young. So I don't expect these guys to be playing significant minutes in all these preseason games. Maybe 1 or 2. But in those 1 or 2, like, just look for them to try to gel. If Kyle Lowry shoots bad in his first preseason game, it's not the end of the world. It's his first game in a Heat uniform. It's going to take him some time to adjust. So just keep that in mind, that it's going to be an adjustment period. What I'm really looking forward to in these preseason games is for the younger guys to just step up when required. Like the guys who played in Summer League, Marcus Garrett, KZ Okpala, DJ Stewart, Javonte Smart, Drew Smith, Max Strus, Michael Potter, all these guys that were on the Summer League roster, plus Gabe Vincent, plus Caleb Martin, who's a two-way player, plus Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson. People like this were like the younger players on the team. I know Duncan's about 27, but as far as NBA years, he's young. I think that I really think that this is an opportunity for them to show what they're made of. And you know, if we can get good games, because I think Caleb Martin is a good player. The fact that he wasn't signed by a team is kind of baffling to me. I watched him at Nevada. He is definitely a good player. And look for him to make an impact. Look for Max Strus to just carry on from what he's been doing. I didn't even mention Omer Yurtseven. He's going to be, you know, playing big minutes in these preseason games, I think, because I don't think Spo is going to play Jimmy Butler 40 minutes or play Bam Adebayo 40 minutes, play Kyle Lowry 40 minutes. They're going to play, but I don't know how much they're going to play. So don't expect these guys to come out full throttle, the stars to come out full throttle, and the new acquisitions from free agency to come out full throttle and start, you know, playing a bunch of minutes, because it's not going to happen. So preseason is just a gelling period. I'm just looking for the team to gel. The schedule is the Hawks, the Rockets, the Spurs, the Hornets, the Hawks again, and then the Celtics. So good run of games right there. Hawks, Celtics, and Hornets were all playoff teams last year. Rockets have a, you know, young nucleus who's going to be, you know, very, very hungry in preseason for sure. Like, I'm expecting Jalen Green and Kevin Porter Jr. to, you know, to ball out in preseason, because they're young guys. They're looking for opportunity to play. Even the Spurs, like, they always stay competitive as far as, you know, in games. I don't think they'll win a bunch of games this year, but as far as being competitive in games, expect, you know, guys like Keldon Johnson. They drafted Josh Primo this year. Like, they're going to make him competitive as well. So I think this is a good slate of games for the Heat as far as preseason is concerned. I'm looking for the team to gel and just develop some chemistry. And then the last part of this video is going to be something that I wanted to do for a while now, and I'm gonna do it right now because I think the season is starting soon. I want to do it before the season starts. It's basically just me predicting or giving my the best predictions for players on this team to win NBA awards. So, you know, who do I think from the Heat has the best chance to win MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, Sixth Man of the Year, on and on and on. So let's start off with MVP. Jimmy Butler, I think, should be number one. As far as, I'm just going to give one pick. I think Jimmy Butler should be the favorite on this team to win MVP, because I think he actually has a realistic chance this year. You know, last year we saw, like, we were all campaigning like Jim VP, stuff like that. Like, he wasn't the favorite last year, but he was definitely like top 10 in the discussion for sure, because this team last year was like the 13th seed before Jimmy came back, and he really made an impact to our team. So I think if this team is like the 3 seed this year, which I think they can be, I don't think it's that far-fetched that he can be in the discussion. I don't think he'll win it because he doesn't put up the counting stats that a lot of these other players do, but as far as impact, like, you can never question it. So I think he definitely is probably the most likely to win MVP. You could say Bam, but I just don't see it. I think Jimmy Butler's impact just speaks for itself. Defensive Player of the Year, though, I'm probably going to give that to Bam, just because, you know, you could say Jimmy, you could say anyone else, but I think it has to be between Bam and Jimmy. I'm going to go Bam, though, because I think that Bam, just him being a big, is just more valuable for him winning Defensive Player of the Year, because Defensive Player of the Year is an award that rarely goes to guards / wings. It always goes to, like, power forward, centers. Like, the last time a wing won it was Kawhi, and then the last time a guard won it was Gary Payton. So I just think that in today's day and age, like, as far as defensive stats are concerned, your defensive rating is higher if you're a rim protector. It's kind of facts. Like, I don't like rim protection is like the most valuable part of defense according to the stat sheet, and that's how, you know, the award is determined. That's why Rudy Gobert has dominated this award, because his defensive rating, defensive plus minus, all that is super high, because he's the best rim protector in the NBA. So Bam has the best chance to win that on our team for sure. Sixth Man of the Year, Tyler Hero should be, you know, this should be the only answer here, because he's probably going to take the most shots off the bench for us for sure. Victor's not coming back till February, January. Apart from him, it's really like Markieff, Dwayne Dedman, Max Strus, and whoever else. So it's going to be Tyler who's the favorite to win this award on this team for sure. Most improved, I might also give that to Tyler. If Victor was playing the full season, I might have given that to him. But I think Tyler, just, you know, with him taking a lot of shots, he has, you know, the potential to win that award on this team the most, I think. yeah, I don't think anyone else on this team has a realistic chance of winning Most Improved Player other than Tyler. And then I think I'm missing one award. I'm a Coach of the Year is gonna. We only have one coach. It's gonna be Spo. But I'm missing one award, and I cannot remember what it is. Oh, Rookie of the Year. I mean, we don't have many rookies on this team. We only have all our players are undrafted. But if I had to pick one out of the undrafted category, it'd probably be Marcus Garrett. Even though that might not be a good pick because he doesn't fill up the stat sheet, but he's probably like him or DJ Stewart. I'd have to say, because DJ Stewart can score the ball for sure, but Marcus Garrett is probably going to get more minutes on this team, if at all. But I don't expect Marcus Garrett to be playing big minutes. I'm just saying if I had to pick one, it'd probably be him. And then after that, All-Star predictions, it'd probably be Jimmy or Bam. I doubt Kyle makes it. I really doubt they'd give us 3 All-Stars. Like, the NBA loves disrespecting the Heat, so I highly doubt that they would give us 3 All-Stars. Maybe if we're like top 2 in the East, you might, but I think Jimmy and Bam should be like locks. Kyle Lowry is a question mark. I don't know if they're going to give him the All-Star nod. 3-point shootout, expect Duncan Robinson to be in there if he has a good 3-point shooting season. Dunk contest, I mean, Bam is probably like a very good candidate because he's really athletic. Victor, if he was healthy, I'd probably say him. Apart from that, I don't think we have anyone who's going to be in the dunk contest. Maybe Caleb Martin has hops, man. I just don't know how much he's going to play. Skills challenge, like, Bam won it, so maybe he should be in there again to defend his throne or something. But apart from that, I don't think anyone else is gonna be in here for the skills challenge. I would low-key want to see Duncan Robinson in the skills challenge because I want to see like how he does it as far as like dribbling the ball. I don't think he'd be the best at it because he's a catch and shoot player, but I just want to see how he'd do at it. But you'd probably say Bam again for skills challenge just because he's won it before. And yeah, I think that's about it. Like, Rising Stars game, I don't think anyone on this team is going to make that because it's only first and second year players, and we don't have any second year players, and our rookies are all undrafted. So yeah, I think that's about it. And that's probably where we're going to end the video. So make sure you guys drop a like, subscribe, and comment down below. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, man. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. And yeah, give a huge thumbs up because the Heat season is starting soon. I'll see you guys later as always. Peace.